Good morning, everyone. My name is Susan Celaya Fenner, and I work with the governance team. As the team would like to avoid governance fatigue due to the recent good governance barrage, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Honduras and just briefly mention a couple of governance points. A couple of interesting facts about Honduras, very overlooked country in a small region. Honduras has had more military coups than years of independence, it is said. However, paradoxically, more recently it has been characterized as something of a pillar of stability in the region, even being called the USS Honduras, as it avoided all of the crisis that its neighbors went through in the civil wars of the 1980s. Thus, Honduras has been more recently stable, and it's always been poor, which means that it's below the radar and gets little attention. So a quick political update on Honduras. The current president, Manuel Zelaya, and his buddies, the leftists in the Latin American region, have caused a lot of political destabilization more recently in the country. He is a would-be emulator of Hugo Chavez and Hugo Chavez's social revolution. He has spent the better part of this administration trying to convince the Honduran people, who tend to be very practical and very center, that the Venezuelan route is the way to go. Zelaya's leftist leanings further exacerbate an already troubled state. Corruption is rampant, crime is at all-time highs, drug trafficking and related violence have begun to spill over from Mexico, and there is a very real sense that the country is being purposefully destabilized from within, which is very new in recent Honduran history. Coups are thought to be so 3 decades ago, until now, again. Sorry, as you can see from the recent Laptop survey, Honduras places dead last in the idea of support for democracy. And this is support for the Churchillian view of democracy, which is democracy may have its problems, but it is better than any other form of government. Hondurans agree least with that statement in the Western Hemisphere, which is cause for concern. But why does Honduras matter? A lot of people ask this question, even Honduran historians and experts. Some might argue that it doesn't. And globally, it might be hard to counter. However, the country is strategic to regional stability, and this is an election year in Honduras. It's a strategic time to help Democrats, with a small d, at a time when democracy is increasingly coming under attack in the region. IRI in Honduras works at the local level to improve satisfaction on the local level with government services, and thus work to increase citizens' trust in democracy. As I mentioned, we do want to avoid good governance fatigue, so I'm just going to mention one of the trainings that we did down there. One of our initiatives is in the area of participatory government, and I had the privilege of being part of the public budgeting process that one of our partners went through. And it's basically, it's a very complex and lengthy technical training in which a civil society budgeting commission is elected, vested with legal authority, and then taught how to draft a municipal budget. And they actually did churn out the draft for their municipality for the 2009 budget. And it was very rewarding. It was my IRI most rewarding experience to watch this group of citizens get the tools they needed to provide better oversight of municipal funds, as well as have a say in prioritizing how those funds are spent in order to meet the needs of their fellow citizens. And as you can see, they're quite forward thinking. Some of the projects they prioritized are building an addition to the women's clinic, paving the very muddy downtown roads, and creating a scholarship fund for single mothers from the community so they can continue going to school, high school or vocational school. As a result of their efforts and ours, our partners have achieved national recognition, winning first and second place in the Municipal Good Governance Award sponsored by the Honduran Association of Municipalities in conjunction with the Swiss Agency for Cooperation and Development. Cane won first place. La Paz, our other partner, won second place. They won a $5,000 prize to invest in the local community, and kind of decided to invest it in building latrines and wash basins for the poor in their community. So in a relatively short period of time, IRI has helped these two municipalities improve their capacity and responsiveness, and we continue working in Honduras to prove to the citizens that democracy may have its problems, but indeed it is a better form of government. Thank you.